we're talking about Summer Skincare SOS this week. And I don't know about you, but I often hear people talk about how their skin feels like it's bipolar in the summertime. And, you know, one minute your face is hot, it's sweaty, it's oily, and then you feel like you got to wash it again. But then you walk into the freezing cold air conditioning and suddenly your skin might feel dry, tight, and irritated. And then, of course, that's before you've even added in a long day in the sun or a long day of chlorine sitting into a pool, extra sweat with that, and then even a change of routine with the summer schedule. So before long, your skin, it's like breaking out, looking dull, feeling irritated all at the same time, right? Who here has experienced that? And so when your skin starts sending those mixed signals, it's easy to panic and start washing your face more or exfoliating it harder, or even adding more products, but they don't seem to still fix things, right? Like you actually are making your skin feel way more overwhelmed. And so today I'm going to help you recognize what your summer skin is asking for, and then what may be causing the problem, and how to simplify your routine so that your skin can feel calmer, clearer, more comfortable. Hello, beautiful women. This is Making Life Beautiful Again. I just want to welcome you here. I'm Michelle Rose. I'm a health and beauty strategist for Christian midlife women. And I love helping women simplify things like their health, their beauty, so that their confidence can come forward and they can feel good in their skin again and show up fully for the life that God has called them to live. So today we are answering your Summer Skincare SOS questions, because your skin may not need a stronger routine, even though your skin might be amplifying and doing things that they don't normally do. It just might actually need you to do less things, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. So I grew up near the beach in an era where baby oil, and I'm sure you guys, you can relate. We used to wear those little stickers so that by the end of the long day in the sun, we could see how much sun that we got, right? I even got skin poisoning twice and was proud about it. I bragged about it, you guys. That's a little scary. But thankfully, we understand so much more today about how the sun can not only benefit our skin, but where we also need to be careful. And while this episode is not going to be specifically about sun care, sun exposure is one of the main things that can trigger summer skin problems, right? And so I just came from an art show in Colorado where we were at higher elevations. I had wind and dry air, and you mix it all together, and it made me have to put a little bit more effort into my skincare. And so it just took it to a whole nother level. So for any of you guys in those higher elevations, today is for you. But summer can hit your skin from every direction because you've got heat, you've got air conditioning, you've got sun, you've got wind, you've got chlorine, and you've got all that extra sweating going on. So before we finish, I am going to share with you how I personally handle those summer breakouts without washing my face every 30 minutes. And before we get into the Summer Skincare SOS framework, I want to share something really close to my heart. The waitlist for my upcoming book is here. It's officially opened, Crowned in Beauty. And the book is inspired by the early part of Esther's story before she became queen, or it's actually the process of her stepping into that role and being chosen to become queen. And so this is for all of you midlife women out there who are in that season where you feel like God's calling you and you might feel a little bit out of your element. I want to remind you, she was an exiled Jew, right? She was an orphan exiled Jew. And so she, of all people, did not belong in the palace. And yet here is what God does, right? So this book, I want you to know, it's for all you guys out there who feel called, but might be struggling with beauty and aging and your confidence to be ready to step into that role. And so please go join the waitlist at michelledayrose.com. It will be in the notes, okay? All right, so when summer skin starts acting up, most women go straight into that rescue mode, right? We're so used to rescuing everyone else in our life. Why would we not try to use the same approach for our own selves, right? So we end up washing our skin more. We might get exfoliants and or peels to try to get that dull layer taken care of, or especially if you have any dry skin. Or you might pile on extra active serums, and before long, your routine that is meant to help your skin recover from stress, it actually even causes more and will cause those SOS signals. So I have created a framework that uses that SOS. So S is for spot the stress signal. O is omit what is overwhelming to your skin. And then the other S is simplify and support. And so we're going to walk through those three right now. Spot the stress signal. So start by paying attention to what your skin is officially doing and not necessarily how it's responding to the products, right? So, if your skin feels sticky, oily, sweaty, bumpy, or if you notice some more breakouts happening around the hairline or the nose or the chin, or even where your sunglasses will sit, sweat in that case has mixed with oils, moisturizers, makeup, dust and bacteria in the air, and now your skin has trapped those things into all those products that you might have on your skin. So your first instinct might be to wash your face again, but constant cleaning can strip your skin of the microbiome and everything that it needs to protect it. Signal 2, what if it's feeling dry and dehydrated, right? Your face can often even still look shiny, but feel tight. And so fine lines might look more noticeable. Your skin might feel more rough after time in the air conditioning and the sun and the chlorine and those kinds of things. And oil sits on the surface while the skin underneath still needs a lot more water content. Signal 3 could be redness and irritation. I do hear a lot of people at this point in time, if they have rosacea or eczema or psoriasis, this might be the season where all of that will flare up. And so products that normally feel fine can suddenly sting or cause your skin to feel hot and itchy, tender, and reactive. And this is the clear time to stop adding more things to your skin. Your skin's already working hard to recover, and you don't need it to give it another product to have to respond to. Signal 4 would be sun, wind, and chlorine types of stress, right? Your skin can feel tight, tender, flaky, and rough, and unusually dry after you've spent time outdoors. And of course, I mentioned higher elevations, that wind combination with it, even in areas where you might be protected under an umbrella, that reflective sunlight bouncing off of water, if you're on a boat or anything like that, that can all add stress. And so when the barrier is compromised, scrubs and acids and strong actives will push it even further and cause even more damage and problems. So your first step is going to be simple, and that's to name that signal. Pay attention to what your body is saying out loud so that you can choose a solution. By the way, there is a worksheet for this episode that walks you through those signals and helps you identify what your skin has been exposed to lately. So you can go find that in the Making Life Beautiful Again Facebook group, and I hope that you get some answers. All right, so omit what is overwhelming your skin. So once you've identified that signal, remove the habits that are making it worse, right? And I don't know if you caught along with all those signals, a lot of them were, it's causing more stress, it's causing more stress. So you would naturally think that what we're going to need to do is back off and calm things down, and you would be right. So if your skin is congested, you want to stop layering those heavy products. You may want to use a lighter moisturizer in the summertime. And when you are removing your makeup at the end of the day, instead of thinking like harsh scrubbing action, you want to use a gentler method, which I'm going to tell you about here soon. You want to think through things like cleaning your sunglasses so that you are not trapping bacteria there. Wear a good hat, and think about your pillowcases. Are you swapping those out often enough? Because they're touching your skin regularly. So if it's congested, you want to make sure you're paying attention to those signals. And so when you are wiping sweat off your face, you want to blot it with a clean cloth instead of scrubbing, right? If your skin is dry or tight, you want to stop using hot water. You want to also think about reducing harsh cleansers. So harsh cleansers as we age might look like foaming cleansers or gel cleansers. Now, of course, if those are prescribed to you, don't stop using them, but maybe talk to the person who prescribed them to you about a gentler option during the summertime. You want to pull back from exfoliation. Don't mistake tightness for cleanness. I know we are all used to that squeaky clean sound, and that's not necessarily what you're trying to aim for, especially if you have dry skin, right? And if your skin is red or irritated, here's some things you want to pause. You might want to pause retinols. That in the summertime can cause more irritation. Your acids and scrubs, anything that's a strong treatment. And again, if it's prescribed to you, talk to your provider about getting that adjusted in the summertime. You want to definitely not be testing new products in the summertime if you're having irritation. So don't be thinking, I need to push through this product because it didn't used to bother me or it used to work. Well, if it's causing irritation now, your body's saying don't do this, right? So don't push through using a product. You want to just keep your routine very simple. Your skin's not meant to survive a routine. It's meant to be cared by it. And if your skin is experiencing damage from sun or wind or chlorine, again, you want to stop scrubbing those areas that might be peeling. Avoid hot water as well. Rinse that chlorine off as soon as you get out of the pool if possible. And if you have anything that naturally irritates your skin while it's not being exposed to burns or stings, then don't even test it, because your body's already working past its a workload that it doesn't need to be carrying. All right, and then the last S, simplify and support. This is what you need to be giving it. So we talked about taking away and omitting. Now we're going to be talking about what you do and give it, right? So I want to make sure that you understand I am never all about adding 10 steps and complicating your routine. So we're not going to be talking about tons of new products, but step one is cleanse only when you need it. So definitely get a good gentle cleanser. But if you don't have access to one, and if your skin feels good in the morning, then you just need a good little rinse. You don't necessarily need to give it a deep scrub, especially because nighttime is when you need to be getting the real good cleansing, deep cleansing. And here's what I told you I would hold out for towards the end. The way I like to cleanse best in the summertime, because I do end up doing a lot of sweating. I'm outdoors at art shows all the time and on the farm all the time. And so I take a soft cloth, I get it wet with warm water, nothing that's going to be too hot and cause my skin to react. I will place it across my face, just so, and I sit and wait till the rag has gone cool. I'm not even scrubbing my face yet. I'm just letting it place across my skin and letting it steam my skin. Then I will gently dab and wipe all of it away. And that right there is enough to have cleansed your skin in a very gentle manner. And I love doing that in the summertime because it's keeping my skin clean, but I'm not being harsh with it. All right, step two would be add lightweight hydration. So if you have heard me before, I'll just give a quick synopsis. Hydration is water content, moisturization is oil content. So when you're adding hydration, if you think about a raisin, it has shriveled up because it has lost water content. So you want to add water content back in. So if you're getting more wrinkle exposure during the summer from having dry skin, you need water-based serums. A good vitamin C serum can be a good thing, but if you react to sensitive products, you don't want to do that. But definitely think through things like hydrosols and mist and sprays, and think of it like chapstick. You reapply all throughout the day when your lips are chapped. Spray throughout the day when you feel dry, right? And then step three, protect wisely. So if you're not going to be out for a long period of time, and wearing sunblock will feel greasy and heavy and trap those bacteria and the things we talked about, then maybe think through other alternatives like long sleeve, lightweight SPF style shirts, hats, sunglasses. Just think about like that type of protective lifestyle and clothing. And so you want to make sure that you're just thinking through, how can I be lightweight? So there are lightweight moisturizers out there that would be good for the summertime as well. All right, now, so we've talked about just what to give it, but let's talk about morning and evening routine, right? So I basically walked through the steps. What are the difference between what you would need to do in the morning and the night? The morning, you would do everything I just talked about. Nighttime, like I said, if you are cleansing and you're hydrating, you at nighttime, you want to make sure that the cleansing is a little more than what I explained, especially if you've been wearing makeup throughout the day or wore a lot of lotions and things to protect your skin in the sun. So think about how humid your climate is. That humidity often can make you feel like a product is heavier than it is. So if you're going on vacation and you're going to be out in tropical climates, but you're fine at home with your regular moisturizer, you may want to pack a lighter one on your trip. All right, so here is your practical step, right? So if your skin is oily and breaking out, focus on removing the buildup without stripping. That simplifies exactly what we've talked about. If your skin is tight and dull, focus on hydration, those mists, the serums that are water-based, and a gentler cleanser. If your skin is red and stinging and irritated, pause any strong products and just do very basic to calm your skin down. And then if your skin is exposed to a lot of sun and chlorine, you want to protect it as much as you can from that exposure to the thing that's causing that, and give it time to, because your body is meant to heal itself, right? The Lord designed our bodies that way. So just give it time to heal itself. So spot the signal, omit the overload, and simplify and support, right? So the more you practice these things, the less likely you are to panic every time your skin changes and feel like you have to fix it. And so you stop chasing every symptom with another product, and you get to save money. You become the woman who's noticing and adjusting and responding with confidence and taking good care of the temple God gave you. And so you also begin trusting yourself to make those wise choices without feeling like you've got to throw away the whole routine. And so before you go, remember to download that worksheet inside the Making Life Beautiful Again. If you are trying to identify something, reach out to me if you need assistance with that. But that's where you're going to help you identify those strongest signals. And while you're inside the group, mark yourself for attending the 100th live stream celebration and PJ party coming up on August 19th at 7 p.m. Central. Come in your pajamas, bring a friend, celebrate with us. I will be debuting my new 12-minute facelift method, which brings together several of the techniques and tools that I've been exploring and having a good time with lately. And then next week, we're going to be shifting from what can leave our skin feeling stressed to something that can leave our lives and hearts feeling stuck. And so I will be interviewing an Amazon best-selling author, Danette Kirshner, about her new book, Rootbound. And so we'll be talking about what happens when experiences and beliefs and patterns take root beneath the surface and begin affecting how we grow and how we move forward and become who God has called us to be. And so sometimes the struggle we see on the surface becomes something much deeper. And so I'm excited to have you hear her story. Make sure you join us for that conversation next week. And until then, care for your skin with wisdom, give it room to recover and heal, and keep making life beautiful again.